Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. Today what I want to share with you is part one of my pattern stash. So in my last Friday sews, I had mentioned that I'd been thinking about doing a mini series on my pattern stash. And really it's twofold. One is I am always curious about what patterns other people own, just to kind of see like what their style is. And also knowing that I was going to be doing this video series, I needed to get a little bit more organized with my patterns. So a few months ago, I had loaded every pattern that I knew I owned in Trello. If you're not familiar with that, I'll post a link to it below. But it's just an easy way to track all of the patterns that I have and kind of group them together in categories. And I don't go crazy, like I don't include every bit about the pattern on my Trello account. I put the picture, I put the name, I put the designer company, and then I usually just put a link to the website. I'm not including like the fabric requirements or the sizing or anything like that. Just because it's, to me, I just want a quick way, like if I'm out shopping and I need fabric for something, or I see fabric that I like and I want to know, do I have a pattern that would work with, or do I need to get a pattern, then I can just open my Trello app and flick through the pictures of everything that I own and go, oh yeah, this would be cute for that, or I'm not seeing this for any of these, maybe I should go look for a pattern, kind of a thing. So it's really more about the photographs than anything for me. So what I had suggested was that I was going to do this mini series, but I wouldn't do it if nobody was interested. And I got a lot of positive response. So it's definitely helping me get organized. I had to pull together patterns from my old computer, my new computer. I went through all my email inboxes to make sure that I had downloaded everything that I've ever bought, and I had not. So I definitely had to add a handful of patterns to Trello today. And the only thing is, like, you can add labels, so you can add like attributes to the pattern so that you can sort by or search by specific attributes. But there wasn't a way for me to sort it by brand. So what I did was I sorted it in alphabetical order. Since 99% of my patterns are indie, meaning that they have a name, and not just a number like with the big four. Doing it alphabetically really works for me because that's how I actually store my patterns. So once I've got them printed off and either traced or cut out, I put them in I think it's a 9x13 manila folder with a picture on the front and notes about what I've done with the pattern, and I store them in alphabetical order because then when I'm ready to make it, it's easier for me to find it. So that's how I'm going to share my patterns with you today. So with that said, I have 75 top patterns. So that's a lot for me. That might not be a lot for you, but I feel like that's a lot. There are some that I think maybe are duplicative, or that I could get, I could get this out of that. There were quite a handful of these that were free because I downloaded them last year when I first started sewing again. So the free ones, if there's a duplicate in one that I've bought, that doesn't bother me any. And I am much more mindful now when I do buy a new pattern as to whether or not I have something that is close enough that I can get the look out of it. But last year when I first started, I wasn't as judicious with my pattern purchasing as I am today. So 75 patterns, obviously I will not get through those all in one video. So I'm gonna break it up. I'm thinking doing a series of 3 just on the tops, which would mean 25 per. I don't think that's gonna work though. I think it's probably gonna be more like 4 videos with like 18 to 20 per video. And that might even be too much. I don't know, we'll see. So let's just get started. What I'm gonna share, I'm gonna try and be consistent and tell you what the pattern name is, who the company is, a short description of the garment, whether it's knit or woven, what the fabric options are, the sizing that it's available in, and whether or not I've made it. And there might be a handful where I share, if I were to make it today, what fabric would I use from my stash. So I'm only gonna pair up some of them with fabric that I already own. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please stay tuned. Okay, so pattern number 1 is the Aberdeen Tee from Seamwork Patterns. The description of it is a V-neck 3/4 sleeve loose fitting tee. This is made for knit fabrics, and let's see, what are they? Okay, so fabric wise for the Aberdeen, what you're gonna choose from is either a lightweight jersey knit, a rib knit, a double knit, or a French terry, or even a sweater knit. Okay, in the sizing for this top, it comes in sizes extra small to 3X, which also corresponds to numeric sizes 0 to 26. The bust measurement for the 0 to, or the extra small, is 33 to 34. The bust size for the 3X is 52 to 54 inches. I'm only gonna give the bust size measurements just to kind of keep this moving. I am gonna have the link to every single style below. If there's a style that's no longer available, then I will still list it and say that it's not available so that you don't think I forgot it. So I have not made this pattern yet, but it is one that I think I would make. I like the bat wing shape. I like the 3/4 sleeves. I like the V-neck. I like the fact that it's loose fitting. This one's right up my alley. So I do think that I would make this one. So let me show you what fabric I would make it in. Okay, so for the Aberdeen, I have this really fun striped knit fabric. I bought this from, I think, Girl Charlie a couple of months ago, and it's this really pretty marigold and white. It's got uneven stripes, and there's texture on the fabric. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I think this would make a really cute Aberdeen. It's super lightweight. It's got, let's see, it's got stretch this way. It's got a little bit this way, not as much. Most of the stretch is this way. So yeah, I'm not sure which direction. I guess I would have to see. Yeah, that's good, because I want the stripes up and down and the stretch is this way. So that works out perfect, actually. Yeah. So that's the fabric that I would use for the Aberdeen. All right, so what's next? All right, so after the Aberdeen, we have the Amari Sweatshirt from Seamwork. And this style is a color block sweatshirt with a 1/4 zip. It has dropped shoulders, and then the yoke allows for color blocking. So you could do, I mean, you could go crazy with color blocking with this. You could just do the yoke in a different color and the rest of the sleeves and the body in another, or you could do every single panel in something different, which sounds super fun to me. And it's got a stand collar, and it calls for a medium weight or heavyweight knit with up to 25% stretch, like Sherpa, sweatshirt fleece, or French terry. So I think, and it says the skill level is beginner intermediate. So I think that would be a fairly straightforward sew. It's not something that I'm gonna make anytime soon, just because living in South Florida, I'm not gonna have a need for it. In winter, I will, but right now, it's just not gonna be for me. So it comes in size ranges 00 to 26, and bust size is 32 inches for the 00, and 54 inches for the 26. I have not made this yet. And I don't have any fabric in my stash right now that would work for this. So at the point in time where I decide to make this, I'm gonna have to buy something. That won't make me sad at all. Okay, so what's next? All right, so next we have the Ashton top from Helen's Closet, which I'm sure most of you are already familiar with. It's very popular on the Instagram. It is just a basic tank top. It's got a crew neck, I guess, with wide straps. It is a crop version. I don't see any options for longer lengths. I would definitely, well, I guess there is one that comes to the waist. I actually like mine even a little bit longer than that, so I'd probably still lengthen even the longer version. But this is just a super straightforward tank top that, and I believe that there are some hacks for this that allow you to add sleeves and things like that. You can finish the neck and arms with an all-in-one facing, or you can do bias binding. And the hem is finished using a beautiful hem facing. This is a great stash buster. All right, so this comes in sizes 0 to 30, and the bust is up to 58 inches. This one obviously is in woven, and so if I were to make this one today, I have this really fun cotton fabric that I got from Joann's a couple of months ago. I didn't know what I was gonna make with it when I bought it. I just thought it looked super springy, summery, and it's this blue background with all these fun little flowers on it with orange, yellow, pink, white. And then the background, I don't know if you can see it, there is like a little bit of a darker blue grid line on the background as well. So this is just a nice, it's like a lightweight cotton. It feels like a quilting cotton. It might be, I don't know. Does it say? It just says it's 100% cotton. Yeah, so I think this would make a great Ashton top. So I might have to make that soon. All right, what's next? Let's see. All right, so next in the alphabet is the Athena top from Tessuti Patterns. This top I believe, so I'm on the website and it says that the price ranges from 0 to 15. I feel fairly certain that I got this for free. So I'm not sure why it's 0 to 15. Oh, because you can either download it or get a hard copy. I wonder if the difference is, if you wanted to download it, you could get it for free. Yeah, I'm not sure there. Anyway, this is a boxy style featuring an extended shoulder, and I love that, and a dropped sleeve. It's comfortable and casual. The simple garment is a quick and easy sew and looks great with skirts, pants, and jeans. It includes 2 length options. So this is just a basic tunic. Anyway, so this top comes in sizes extra small to extra large, and bust wise, this is in centimeters. So you'll have to get out your, you'll have to get out Google and translate it for yourself. I don't think this one is big enough for me. I think that's why I haven't made it, because the bust size for the extra small is 86 centimeters and for the extra large is 106 centimeters. I'm fairly certain the last time I did the translation for my bust size, which is 52 inches to centimeters. Yeah, I need a centimeter of 132 for a pattern to fit me. So I can't use this anyway. So I'm probably just gonna delete it because I'm not, I mean, it's a basic tunic with a dropped shoulder. And I know for a fact I have others that are similar in my stash. So I'm probably just gonna delete that. In fact, I'm gonna make a note of it now. so I don't forget, because I would just as soon have this cleaned up. Okay. The next top is, if you've been watching me for any length of time, then you will know it's my absolute favorite pattern. And it is the Bellbird top from the Sewing Revival. And it's actually the top that I'm wearing today. This is the second one that I ever made. The first one that I ever made, I actually gave it away as a birthday gift last year to a good friend of mine. And it was in this really great, this is also a double brush poly, but that one was like a green and white, like snakeskin print. It was super cool looking. And then I have this one. I will tell you, this double brush poly, I just bought a lot more of it, 4 more pieces of it, because it's so soft, and I was planning on making some pajamas with it, which I've already made the top. I just need to make the bottoms. When I pulled this one out to wear it today, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it pills really bad. And I haven't worn this a ton. I mean, I've worn it some, but I mean, I made it since lockdown started last year. And this isn't the kind of clothes that I wear around the house on a daily basis. I wear my old like Gap t-shirts and Gap leggings on a daily basis. And I wear something like this either when I'm filming or when my husband and I go out to eat or whatever. So the fact that it's done that with so few wears, doesn't leave me very confident about the extra pieces that I've already paid for. Anyway, so this top, I believe can be made it's actually designed for woven. And I was new to sewing and didn't really pay attention to fabric types. And I made it with what I wanted to make it with. Let's see, what does it say? Fabric. Yeah, this is made for woven fabrics. It's not made for knits, but I'll be honest, it came out perfectly fine in the double brush poly. So I think with something more stable that could work, but it's made for fabrics with soft drape. They recommend rayon, silk, viscose, tencel, crepe, and polyester, including chiffon. Lightweight linen, cotton, and cotton blends work okay, but stiff cottons will not get the best results. So that's what they're recommending from a fabric perspective. It's just from a description standpoint, there are 4 pattern pieces. You've got the front and the back, and then the front facing and the back facing. So as a beginner, that was one reason why I liked it so much, because it was super easy to cut out. It was super easy to sew together. It has 2 different necklines. I've only made the rounded neckline because that's what I printed out. But I do think I would like the V neckline as well, so I'm thinking about making one of those. This is just a tried and true pattern for me. I'll make more of them. I love the way that that it's almost like a bat wing shape. I like the fact that where it has you put in the elastic, it has you put it in loose. It's on purpose. Like I didn't do anything to extend this. That's how it's designed. So this is just an easy breezy top, and you can dress it up, which I don't do, or you can wear it casual, which is how I wear it all the time. So like I said, I've made 5 of these already. And actually I made a 6th one, but I made the 6th one as a dress. And I made that for Ankara Appreciation Week in the most beautiful Ankara fabric. And I will link to that Friday sews maybe up here, so you can see that really pretty dress. Okay, so that is the Bellbird. All right, so the next one is the Bixa Sweatshirt from Mood. And what I thought was really fun about this shirt is that it's got a set-in sleeve that kind of cuts in half here and then goes down to a cuff. So that gives you the opportunity for this part here to be either color blocked, or the example that they have on the Mood website is super cool because it's actually got a sheer piece of fabric so that you can see through it. I'm not sure, it looks like it's actually double layer. So they've got the full length sleeve, and then on that half piece, they actually put an overlayer of a sheer fabric with like pearls on it or something. So I just thought that was something fun that you could do something different with a sweatshirt, and it's not just your typical sweatshirt. I don't have any fabric for this to pair with. Sizing wise, let's see what it does sizing wise. So it goes from sizes 2 to 30. Okay, and the bust sizes go from 32.5 to 58.5. So pretty size inclusive there. I'm impressed. Yeah, like I said, I don't have anything to make that one right now, so I don't have any fabric to show you on that one. All right, the next style that I have is one from Style Arc, which I've done quite a few Style Arc patterns before. This one is called the Blair, and you can make either a shirt or a dress version out of this. What I really like about this, again, you're going to hear this from me quite a lot because it's something that I love doing, is it gives you a chance to color block or mix patterns. So the description is that it's a square-shaped shirt with rolled cuff and an interesting overlay. So that's what they're calling that part, is an overlay. And it has a shirt tail and inset pockets. I actually did make this last year when I first started sewing, and I used quilting cotton, and it was just way too stiff. The shirt, well, actually it probably would have been okay, but I didn't know better than to measure the length of the shirt and make adjustments therein. So the shirt was just way too short for me. I did like the fabric pairings that I had put together, because of course I did pattern mix, but the end result is just, it was something I wasn't going to wear. I think it came out okay, so I actually ended up donating it. When we moved from Philadelphia to Miami, I purged probably about 2/3 of my closet, and that's one of the items that got donated. So the sizing, well, it's Style Arc, and their sizing is pretty good. So let me just give you the measurements here. So it goes from sizes 4 to 30, and for the bust measurements, let's see, in inches, it goes from 30.3 inches to 58.25 inches. Yeah, and I usually make a size 24 in Style Arc. So yeah, that's a really cute top. I think it's definitely my style. It's something that I totally would have worn in the 80s when I was in high school. And I think I need to think about making that one again and making the adjustments to it that I know how to make now. All right, so next I have a pattern that I downloaded for free. Again, this was last year. I have not made this one yet, but this is the good thing about doing this project, is that this is something I'm putting this on my short list to do because it's super easy, and again, it gives me an opportunity to do some color blocking or some pattern mixing. So this, I had signed up for Creative Bug last year, and I took a couple of their classes and downloaded a handful of their free patterns. This is a class that was taught by Cal Patch, and it is the, what are they calling it? The Boxy Tee. And you can see from the picture, it's a perfect opportunity for some color blocking. And what's really cool is where the color blocking kind of, it comes like this and then goes like that. At that section there at the bottom is pockets, which I thought is super cute. So it's made for light to medium weight fabric. She demonstrates tips and tricks for taking measurements, drafting a pattern on paper, and sewing a finished shirt with tidy French seams. She'll show you how a favorite scrap of material, bit of piecing, and other interesting fabric elements can take the forefront as a design choice to make a totally wearable, unique to you garment. So actually for this one, there's not an actual pattern. She teaches you how to draft it yourself in the class. Okay, cool. So I have that one in my downloads actually. Okay, so I went in my stash and I do have 2 fabrics that I would pair together for this that are actually pretty fun. All right, so the first one that I would probably do for the main fabric is this linen that I got from Dupe Designs. So this is a fabric company that's based in Australia, and I bought a handful of fabrics from them a few months ago. And this is just this pretty turquoise with all these colorful polka dots on it. I love all the colors in here, the hot pink, the red, yellow, blues, yeah. And I would pair this with, for the color blocking, with this pink eyelet that I have. So if you've been watching me, you know that I have plans for this already for one of my Sew Recreate the looks, but that's not gonna take all of this. So I'm gonna have plenty left over. And I think the 2 of these together, look how fun. Oh my gosh. Let me see. How's that? Yeah. Yep. That works. I love it. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, moving on. So the next pattern that I have is just a basic t-shirt. Again, this was a free pattern. I downloaded it last year when I first started sewing. It's from a blogger website that's called It's Always Autumn. And let's see, it's just a basic t-shirt. I don't know that I will make this. In fact, I'll probably delete it just because it looks like she's only drafted it for one size. That's probably not my size. And I have, which I'll get to later, I've got another t-shirt pattern that fits pretty well. So I think I'm probably gonna delete this one and not stress over it because it was free. But it is a knit t-shirt pattern. I think it's easy because it looks like it's a dropped shoulder, which makes it a little bit easier to inset the sleeve, I think. So it looks like it's just got a front piece, a back piece, a sleeve, and a pocket. So super easy to make if that's something that you're interested in, and it's free, so go for it. Like I said, I have not made it. I'm not going to make it. All right, the next top that I have is one that I got, I can't remember. I have the paper pattern actually, and I got it in a subscription box. I don't remember if it was, I got 2 Sew Haley Jane boxes before I canceled. And those were great boxes, don't get me wrong. I canceled just because living here in the US and getting that box shipped from the UK, the shipping fees were just ridiculous. No fault of Haley's, the box was fantastic. So if you live in an area where the shipping is not outrageous, I highly recommend that box. It's a lot of fun. But I'm not sure if I got this pattern from the Sew Haley Jane box, or I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. Or I could have gotten it from the Thread Crate box that's based here in the US. I did that one for a couple of months before I left Philadelphia, and I actually just signed up for it again a couple months ago. So she tends to do more PDF patterns in her boxes. So that's why I feel like this one was probably from the Sew Haley Jane box. Anyway, it's from Deer and Doe, and it's called the Brew shirt. It's a really cute shirt. It's a button-down shirt. It's kind of a tunic length. It's cinched in at the waist, and it flares out kind of over the hips. It's got a flat collar, gathered sleeve cuffs, and a back yoke. And it's got two versions, one with long sleeves and one is sleeveless. And the sizes are sizes 34 to 46 for the printed version and 34 to 52 for the PDF. Let's see. So bust size, even the even the size 52 is only a bust of 45 and 5/8. So I won't be making this. I do have the paper pattern, so I'm probably going to just give that away to somebody. But it's a very pretty top. Let's see. It is made for wovens, obviously. It's a button-up shirt. I think that's about it. I gave you the pattern name, the company, the description, the woven fabric, and sizing, and I'm not going to make it. So I mean, I might if it fit me, but it's not going to fit me, so I'm not going to spend time on that. Okay. That's the other thing that's interesting about doing this project is now that I know better how to read patterns and look for what will and will not fit me, I can get rid of the stuff that's not going to fit me. And you know, if I lose weight and I get in those sizes someday, then I'll probably be ready for some different patterns by then. Okay, so now we're getting into a couple of my big four patterns. Again, these are ones that I've bought before I understood how to read pattern sizing. So some of these fit and some of them do not. This first one, I don't believe it does fit. So this one is a tunic that is made for knit fabrics. It's rated as very easy and comes in sizes extra. Oh, that's not my size. I bought the bigger pattern. It comes in sizes extra small. I'm pretty sure it goes up to extra large. But it's just a V-neck. Well, it's got different necklines. It's got a V-neck, it's got a rounded neck, it's got a tie neck, it's got balloon sleeves, or you can leave the elastic out and just have it be a long flowy sleeve. But it is tunic length and it's got an elasticized waist. Okay, here's my next pattern, is another butterick. It's B6215, and this one is another one that was inspired by something that I saw from a retailer. I saw something from Anthropologie. I will show you my inspiration shot. And I was never going to wear this as a mini dress, so let's just clear that up. I thought it would look super cute with jeans or leggings or whatever. I think I was more inspired by the fabric than even the pattern. I'm pretty sure it's a Liberty fabric. It's just adorable. And I found this butterick pattern that I thought looked pretty similar. I mean, it's not exact, but it's close enough. And if I had found that Liberty fabric, I think I could have made this. So I did end up making this. So like I said, it's butterick B6215. It is a Raglan sleeve top, and it actually comes in a size big enough for me. In fact, the size that I made really was too big for me. I should have sized down. I made view A that has the cap sleeve and the ruffle hem, and I got carried away with the color blocking, so I've made two versions of this. The first one was horrendous. It was just bad. It was actually probably, I think it might have been the very first thing that I made after I bought my sewing machine last year. And it was terrible. It was terrible. Because the fabric that I used for the body was a quilting cotton, it was so stiff. It looked like a frickin' tent on me. Not flattering. It was terrible. I didn't even donate that when I threw it away. Then I made a second version that was a little bit better, but still not ideal. And that one was wearable by somebody, just not by me. And I donated that one. I'm keeping this in my stash because I think now that I have improved my gathering skills. So the ruffle hem on both of those was just a wreck. I can gather a ruffle now. And I think that knowing what I know now about like sizing, I would definitely size down from what I made. So this one I think I'm gonna make again. I don't know what fabric yet. I think I might actually even try and find a Liberty fabric. I think it would look adorable in that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. So let's see, size options, it comes in sizes 4 to 26. And it comes in 2 packets. So one packet would give you, let me just double check this. One packet would give you 4 to 14. The other packet would give you 16 to 26. And for the size 4, the bust is 29.5. And for the size 26, the bust is 48. Well, isn't that interesting? Because my bust measurement is 51.5. And if I made that size 26 and it was huge on me, then I don't know what the finished measurements on this are, but they must be really oversized because this doesn't give me finished measurements. The next butterick that I have is B6731. This is a really cute, it's a woven top. It's got puff sleeves, which not only are they all the rage right now, but I love them. And it's just a V-neck top, straight top, but it's got these panels, and then it has ties that are inset into the seam of the front, like princess seam panels. And they're kind of wide, and you pull them together in the front and tie it at the waist. And I just thought that was super cute. Again, it comes in sizes, well, not again. This one comes in sizes 6 to 22, with the smaller packet being sizes 6 to 14 and the larger packet being sizes 14 to 22. Bust measurements for a size 6 are 30.5 inches. And for a size, what does this go up to? 22? For a size 22 is 44 inches. So again, obviously I bought this one before I knew how to read measurements. So I won't be keeping this one. So this will go into a de-stash pile for me. I've obviously not made it yet. And I won't be making it in the near future. And that is, if I didn't say already, that is for woven fabrics. Next pattern that I have is this yellow top and dress by Closet Core Patterns. So that's the other thing here. I've got my patterns separated out into tops, dresses, bottoms, really pants because I don't make skirts, jackets, accessories, and I think loungewear separate. So in Trello, I've actually got things that are both a top and a dress pattern. I've got them duplicated on Trello so that if I want to make a dress, I'm only looking at dresses. I don't miss it. And if I want to make a top and I'm not interested in making a dress, then I wouldn't miss it. So the Cielo is a top and dress pattern from Closet Core Patterns. It is intended for for woven fabrics. It's just a straightforward boxy short sleeve top. Let's see, it's got a semi-cropped top with a cuffed short sleeve or a dramatic gathered long sleeve, or you can make an easy fitting dress with sleek inseam pockets. Okay, so it's got a short sleeve and a long sleeve, a shirt length and a dress length. It does have bust darts. Yeah, it comes in sizes 0 to 32. It can be made with a variety of fabrics depending on the desired effect. For a more structured shape, use light to medium weight woven such as linen, chambray, or cotton shirtings. For a drapier effect, use rayon challis, tencel, cotton voile, or silk. Sizes 0 to 20, the full bust for a size 0 is 31 inches. for sizes 14 to 32. The full bust for a size 32 is 60 inches. So this is this has a good size range. The next one is from Seamwork, and it's the Clark tank top. I got this one because I thought that I really liked the way that it fit. Like it's not a fitted tank top. It's actually kind of loose and swingy at the bottom. It's not as swingy as the the Luna tank from Helen's Closet, that free pattern, which I also have and I'll get to. But it's got wide straps, it's got a V-neck, and it's got this, kind of swingy hemline, which I really like. And also this one can be made in both wovens and knits. And there's an option to cut on the bias. The thicker straps make it bra friendly, and it has an all-in-one facing. The back seams are perfect for color blocking and stash busting. We challenge you to find a fabric that you can't use for this top. So that's kind of cool. But it's got a V-neck in both the front and the back. Yeah, this is super cute. And it's got seam lines in both the front and the back. So you can definitely do some fun color blocking with this. This is totally a beginner's pattern. Sizing and fit, it comes in sizes 0 to 26. A bust for a size 0 is 33 inches, and for a size 26 is 54 inches. So that one will be fun. I don't wear a lot of tank tops, so I'm really not sure why I have a lot of tank top patterns. Actually, when I was dressing for the office, I used to wear a lot of kimono style jackets, and I would wear tank tops under those. So I think when I bought all these tank top patterns, I was kind of thinking of layering them up under all the kimonos that I already own. But that would be a cute one. I would lengthen it because the length is a little bit short for my taste. And I'm not sure how that would work given that it's more of a floatier hemline, because I wouldn't want to lengthen it at the bottom and just have it keep going out and out. So probably somewhere right under the bust is where I would lengthen it. I don't know, I gotta think about that. Okay, I'm probably just going to get through the C's here and call it a day. And then start with the D's in the next episode. All right, so the next pattern that I have is the Concord Tee from Cashmerette. I've only made one of these so far, and I didn't do a great job with it, but that was more about the cuff on the sleeve. The fit of the bodice was just really good. That's the reason why, like the Breezy Tee, I think it was, that although it was free, I know this one fits, so I'm not even gonna bother with that one because this Concord Tee has so many options with it. So it's got, like I said, it's the Concord Tee from Cashmerette. It's got a cropped version, which I'll never make. It's got two different hemlines for the longer version. One is just a straight hemline. The other is it's curved hemline in both the front and the back. And it's got options for short sleeve, for long sleeve, for a rolled cuff for both the long sleeve and the short sleeve. It's got 3 different necklines. It's got kind of like a higher, let's see, what are they calling them? 3 necklines, a high neckline, a V-neck, or a scoop. And the sleeve lengths are short, medium, and long with 2 sleeve finishes, cuffed or hemmed, and optional sleeve tabs. I'll never do the sleeve tabs, but the fit of this pattern, you don't have, if you have a larger bust, you don't have to do a full bust adjustment because she does have different cup sizes. It comes in 3 cup sizes. The sizing is 12 to 32. The cup sizes are C/D, E/F, or G/H. The recommended fabrics are light to midweight knit fabrics such as rayon, cotton lycra, or poly lycra jersey with at least 20% crosswise stretch. The sizing guide, oh, she's got a size calculator. I don't even think I used this. Select your typical bra size. So let's go there. All right, pick a D. My high bust is 48. My full bust is 51.5. My waist is 46 and my hip is 53. That calculates my size. They want me to start with a 24 CD for the bust and a size 26 at the waist and a size 24 at the hip. I didn't even use this when I made mine, and I just made a straight size. But yeah, I might try this next time using their size calculator on the website. That's pretty handy. Okay, so yeah, so I'm definitely gonna make some more of these. I made the scoop neck. I made the longer straight hem, and I made a 3/4, I made the mid length, and I put the cuff on it, but I screwed that up somehow and I don't know what I did. So I'll definitely make this one again and do a better job. Okay, so this is a double brushed poly that I bought from Joann's early in my sewing endeavors last year, but I liked it because it has a border print on it. Now, I haven't really known how to cut a pattern out to utilize the border pattern. I think I'm at a stage where I can probably do that and not really screw it up too bad. So I think this would make a really cute Concord tee. What do you think? Is red my color? All right, what's next? I only have one left for this episode. Okay, so the next one is, I believe this was also, yes, this was a free pattern from So Different. It's called the Contrast Tee. And as you will guess, I was interested in this because of the color blocking opportunities here. So this one, I was interested in it again because of the color blocking opportunities, but now that I'm looking at it a little bit better, she only drafts for her size 12. And so I would clearly need to grade this out, which I'm not interested in doing at all. So I'm definitely going to delete this pattern. But if you are in the neighborhood of her size and you would be okay with grading it up or down a little bit, I think that the pattern is really cute, and like I said, it gives you a lot of opportunities for color blocking. So it does look like it's made for knits, and she does give you a link in her in the page for the pattern download. She also has a link for how to make a pattern fit if you're interested in doing that. I'm not interested in doing that. I have plenty of patterns that I can that I don't have to bother with that. So I won't be making this one. So this will be also an attempt at really editing a video, because usually I'm one take Jake. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully you'll find this interesting and you'll want me to continue with the rest of my patterns, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love it if you have any of these patterns and you've made them. Let me know. If you've got pictures on Instagram, let me know. I'd love to go and check them out. If you like my fabric pairings, the few that I pulled together, let me know. If you have other fabric pairings that you think would look better, then let me know that too, because I'm always open to buying new fabric. And if you have any comments or guidance or anything on anything that I've had to say, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope wherever you are that the weather is fabulous and that you have some time to get in some sewing. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.